of course, this show, we can't have the show without a mention of Jordan Love. And people, people write in the comment section like these guys are weird, why they like Jordan Love so much. And I mean, the honest to God truth is because the moment we started talking about Jordan Love is the moment that we actually start having success. So Jordan Love, least favorite, also somewhat favorite player in the National Football League for all he's done for the show. I do want to mention that one thing that is on my mind, the same way that, Golden being really good could be on my mind, is I'm wondering if now that this whole Jordan Love regression storyline has caught the national media attention and Matt LaFleur is being asked about it, Jordan Love is even being asked about it. Like, people are just going up to Jordan Love saying, hey, man, like, do you think it's fair to say you sucked last year? Like, which is kind of a...
do you think you were a bum in 2024?
The guy who was playing with a quad injury or a groin injury, nearly tore his ACL in week 1. They're like, by the way, man, you kind of sucked last year.
And he still managed to go to the playoffs.
And he's that's like Jordan Love sitting there and he's going, well, dude, I mean, we won 11 games and I was hurt the whole season. People are still just looking at him going like, yeah, but you were supposed to be better. And I'm wondering now if that has lit a fire under Jordan Love, where last year, again, we said the expectations were so high for the Packers and so high for Jordan Love that maybe it did, maybe it didn't get the best of him at times. I still think the injuries were the main culprit, but maybe the pressure was there. The motivation last season was, hey, let's be better than we were. Like, let's try to be better. And that's a different motivation from when people are just saying to your face, like essentially like screw you, you suck. Which it seems like some people are doing with Jordan Love. And in practice, again, it's early. We're talking about OTAs, but 17 for 20 at Tuesday's practice, that 2-minute drill that Ziggy was talking about, 6 for 7, 75 yards, 30-yard touchdown to Jaden Reed. 2-point conversion to Romeo Doubs to win the practice. I just, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe we should stop talking about this regression. Like, maybe we've poked the bear a little bit, and that could be some fuel that Jordan Love actually needs, a little kick in the ass.
It could be some motivation, yeah.
Yeah, so that's on my mind.
This attitude has it's spread across the whole team, right? You've got Kenny Clark coming out saying, yeah, I got foot surgery in January. I basically couldn't move on it, but I had to play out the season because that's just what I do. That's why I had a mediocre year by my standards. You got Lucas Van Ness coming out saying, yeah, I mean, everyone remembers my arm was in a cast until week 10 and I was still playing. But, that really affected me for the whole season. Like, if that's true, right? And it doesn't seem, at least in Kenny Clark's case, I totally believe it because he's got a proven track record of excellence and just had not a terrible year, but by his standards, not great. Jordan Love, I'm not totally sure what to think. Lucas Van Ness, I really don't know what to take. Do you see he's taking snaps at defensive tackle now in OTAs? They're moving him inside.
I did see that.
He looks a little bigger. He doesn't look that much bigger.
So
I don't totally know what's up with that.
Well, do you remember when Mike Zimmer moved Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin? I actually think this was one of the greatest coaching moves I've ever seen in my life. When Zimmer moved Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin to defensive tackle for some plays in the Saints playoff game. Do you remember that, Jack?
No.
Remember with Kirk Cousins, we beat the Saints in New Orleans. They were like 13-3.
Yeah, I remember the game. Yes.
Yeah, the overtime game. Zimmer moved the two of them into at defensive tackle on some plays, and they were monsters. And you just saw on the broadcast, even the Saints, people going like, "What are they doing? Like, how is this working?" And I wonder if the Packers are trying to replicate something.
Athletic freaks on the inside. Aaron Donald proved it once and for all. You don't have to be 300 pounds. If you're an athletic freak, you can sometimes get it done, and that's him. But just to connect it back to what we were saying, on both sides of the ball, you've got this. Everyone's saying we sucked. We know we're still good. We were just hurt. The Lions got all the excuses in the world of every single person on their defense is hurt. I think the Packers are probably sitting around saying, well, who cares about that? We were hurt too. This year's our year.
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't know. I'd be as a fan of a team that's opposing them. I mean, who knows how much of it really mattered? Would Jordan Love been great if he was healthy? We don't know. Kenny Clark, Lucas Van Ness. But if that ends up being true, and they've got a lot of talent that's going to come back healthy and looking for revenge. It's OTAs. What else are we supposed to talk about?
No, but that's a fair point.
We talk about athletic freaks. Remember Casey Hampton? Steelers nose tackle? Oh, you don't? Look him up.
No.
What, anything about Casey Hampton?
No, you just want about athletic freaks on the inside.
Just popped in your mind?
I forgot about Jaden Reed, too, honestly.
No.
I forgot they had Jaden Reed.
Well, yeah, it was a unforgettable season for the Packers. But yeah, you're right, Ziggy. I mean, everyone on that team, from the receivers to defensive players to Jair Alexander to Jordan Love, Like we pissed off the Packers.
Reed
And
and Golden could be.
I
elite.
think that motivation of people, like being able to motivate yourself behind other people talking down on you, to me is a more motivating force than everyone being like, "Hey, we're great. Like you're great. Like go improve." So we'll see. That might be what they need.
That's what like Kirby Smart at Georgia like basically made up he put up some borderline fake media quotes. He's like, everybody says we're going to be like a 7-win team and suck after they won their national championship. He's like, everybody doubts you guys. Go out and get them. It was like obviously garbage, right? They were the preseason number one. Like, do you remember him talking about that?
A little bit. I remember Michael Jordan like making up
team,
stories.
I know
you don't
Saban
often
would do
have
that.
like when you're an 11-win team, you don't often have people actually coming up to you and being like, why were you guys so terrible last year? All you did was make the playoffs. Only happens in Green Bay, by the way. What other, besides like the Steelers, what other team do people go up to you and say, you made the playoffs last year? Why did you suck so bad? What's wrong with you? Because the Steelers, they actually do suck. It's voodoo magic that gets them in the playoffs.
Probably the Cowboys.
We're better than Green Bay, and we're going to show it on Sunday Night Football.
I'm getting nervous about the kind of motivation this Packers team is going to have, and with almost everyone showing up to practice and them working hard, I mean, they've got it. They'll say this next year. They have to get it done. I'm not saying they have to win a Super Bowl. If things don't improve next year, they've got problems.
Go back to the little discussion beforehand about the potential, like the best receiver duo in football. Golden and Reed could be up there.
Yeah. What do you mean up there? Like top 10 or
if Golden is playing football like he should be playing, they want to play football.
I'd be surprised if they're a top 10 duo in the league. Come on, top 10.
But they're a lot.
I think actually the competition for number 10 is
who's like there's a lot of
who are the really good ones. So you got Cincinnati.
Run through it.
Top 10 is not a crazy ask.
Run through it. The Vikings for sure.
Obvious number 1 is Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
Yep.
I think obvious number 2.
Well, no. As opposed to just bouncing all over, just run through each team in the divisions real quick. Bengals, yes. Steelers, no.
Yeah.
Browns, no. Ravens, no. So that's 1, right?
Yeah.
Chargers, no. Chiefs, no. Raiders, no. Broncos, no. Okay, still at 1 here. I'll put the Jaguars ahead of them, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but still debatable.
Who's with Nico right now?
One of those is going to be one of those Iowa State kids.
I'd probably still take
I'm
them.
taking that because that's
because you got Nico.
You've got a proven number 1 in a rookie instead of no proven number 1 in a rookie.
You take Nico,
so you got 3 right now here.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Ridley, and whoever.
No.
Phil, last team in that division. Who am I? Colts, Pittman, and fill in the blank. Probably not. If Golden's really good.
Tight ends.
But this is like
Tyler Warren.
This is me saying if Golden becomes our number 1 receiver. Like Golden and Jaden.
So we're assuming Golden.
So that's 3. That's 3 right now. Tyreek and Waddle. I'm probably still taking those 2.
Yes.
Jets, no. Garrett Wilson. Now
but
you're probably
who else?
you're probably taking Packers there. Bills
got Diggs.
No, they don't have Diggs anymore. He's been there for years.
He's been gone for years.
I thought you said Pats.
So yeah, Pats or Bills. I don't think you're taking them. So that's 4 in the AFC. NFC, I think you take the Vikings, Jefferson, Addison. Lions, you take J-Mo and Amon-Ra? Probably.
Yeah.
Bears, you take DJ Moore and Rome Odunze? Probably.
It's close.
That's close.
Okay, let's say no. Then you're at 6 right now.
We'll be nice. We'll give him a no.
What?
I think Reed's a very good receiver.
Yeah, I think he's very good too. But I DJ Moore is awesome. Like if
isn't DJ Moore just better, Jaden Reed?
If Matthew Golden plays like DJ Moore, I think the
I'm saying if Matthew Golden is a good receiver, they're a top 10 duo in the league.
Yeah,
but we won't count the Bears.
All right, we won't count the Bears. All right, we'll wrap it up here. The Seahawks, Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp.
That probably is better. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
49ers, I don't think so with Ayuk and Pearsall. Rams, Devontae.
Absolutely. Puka and Devontae.
And Devontae, yep, that's 8. And Kyler, you got Marvin Harrison. Nah, probably not Marvin and whoever is in Arizona. All right, last one. Saints, no. Panthers, no. Buccaneers, yeah. Evans and Godwin, right? We're okay with that still?
Yeah.
Assuming they come back. Falcons, Pittman, and whoever? Probably not.
No. And then did he do
No,
the NFC East?
Then we
London,
got
right?
the East. Then we
Drake-
got
Drake
Oh
London.
yeah, London. Yeah, so yeah, London. Sorry. East, you take the Eagles, you take the Cowboys, Neighbors, and whoever. Probably not. Oh, maybe Neighbors and who's their two?
I think I'd take Reed and
Neighbors and Jack Weinberger probably beats out what the Packers have.
Well, that's also me. Neighbors and whoever else.
And
the
then
Giants
I'd
have.
probably take McLaurin and Devo. Personally.
Yeah, so it's
So
top
you're
10's a big ass.
so you're in that like probably 13 to 16 range if he's.
But I
very
also don't think it's nuts to say they can be better than
good. a few
Ne-
of those
than
yes,
Neighbors
yes,
and Slayton.
Yes. It was fair enough
Like-
to say yeah. So
Like I don't think it's ridiculous to be in the top 10.
I love how this show just all of a sudden we just rank every single receiver duo in football.